Rick Pedro, I love you, brother. Thank you very much for that awesome intro. And hello, world. Geez, we've gone virtual. Look at this, 2020. So, hello, everyone, and welcome to a very special 56th annual dinner meeting, the first ever virtual hybrid event for the Chamber. Welcome to my colleagues here at the Doubletree. The Doubletree did an amazing job for those at home. I'm sorry you missed out, but the steak was perfect tonight. We were bragging about it at the table. And really big hello through Zoom land across the whole America, we'll say. I know everyone's in Broome County, but we'll try to expand that in our mind. So I'm Ty Muse, President and CEO of Visions Federal Credit Union, and we're the proud title sponsor of this event. So in our traditional fashion, each year, since I've been here, we've tried to kick this thing off with a video. So with that said, if you guys wouldn't mind, I think you're ready. You guys are ready? Thumbs up. All right. Here's our new video for this year. Thank you, ABC Creative. That's our ad agency who actually helped edit this video for us.
Good morning. I'm really excited to see how the plans for the annual dinner have come along.
Hey, Sam, sorry, I can't see you.
You can't see me? Wait. Okay. Can you hear me? Can you see me now?
Wait, Judy, you're kind of going in and out. Wait a minute.
Can you see
Judy,
me now?
you're muted.
How about now?
I
Oh,
can
that's
see you now.
better.
Great.
I was just saying, I'm so excited for the plans for the annual dinner this year. I can't wait to welcome Ty in as our new board chair.
I know, I can't wait to see what video idea he comes up with this year. It's always such a fun way to kick off the annual dinner.
I wonder what he's going to do for our chamber this year. I can't even imagine.
Knowing Ty, he's probably got so many great ideas.
He really does. He always has new ideas that are fresh and fun, and I can't wait to see.
Except, there was that one idea of his.
Ty? Yeah, not all of Ty's ideas are great.
Oh, yeah, I remember Ty's idea.
Oh, yeah, I remember that one. That was not good.
I tried to warn the big fella, but you know Ty.
I got to give him credit. Ty is awfully passionate. He really wanted this to work.
I tried to talk him out of it. It wasn't a good idea. For a CEO who runs a $5 billion company, what a dumbass idea.
Yep, it's all done. Exactly how I wanted it. The team came out perfect. I got the drawings on the table. I can't wait. Goodbye, Visions Federal Credit Union. Here we go. Ready for the name. All right, I'm going to look at it right now. Bye. Kick-ass Federal Credit Union. Watch out, world. Here we come. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think it could have worked. Maybe it was a mistake just using the initials, but when I saw it, it is like flash to me. I know this could work given enough time. I love support, enough money behind it. The test work came out really good. I'm pretty sure this could work.
Ty really wanted to prove this one could work. Focus groups, research. No, I recognize that there are some similarities, but I'm telling you, this is what he's looking for. This is what he asked for.
I went to the Godfather himself. I went over to Jim Orban. I sat down. I said, "Hey, Jim, what do you think about this? Kick-ass Federal Credit Union." Loved it. Loved it.
No. No.
I honestly, I just think it really kind of confused some people.
Hey, you let me get one of them bowls with the mashed potatoes, extra gravy.
Sir, this is a credit union.
Okay, so that's all of it. I walked you through it. Could tell, done the research, I've thought it through, but I want to run it by you. No one knows young people better than you. So now I said it to you. What do you think?
I think he said he went to some conference where they had a session on reaching younger people, and this came out of it somehow. I'm not really sure.
Actually, Peter and I encouraged it for a while. Hey, it's a great idea, Ty. Go with that. Yeah. KFCU Why didn't he just call it Popeyes?
Oh, yeah, that was a great idea. I mean, Ty has great ideas. All of his ideas are pretty great.
Tina, we're talking about the KFCU idea.
Oh, yeah. Mm.
He actually had a jingle, I think, made up. Checking and savings, mortgage and loans. You want it, you need it, just pick up the phone. Get your money fast when you bank with Kick Ass. Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, maybe it was a bad idea. Nope. KFC. Yeah, it was a bad idea. Yeah, but hey, look, I'm the idea guy, right? You know, all of them can't be good. You know, I didn't hear anybody else come up with something else, you know, but hey, but I don't even know why we're recording this. I'm out. Ugh. Jeez, I don't even know why we're doing this stupid video. All the other videos were funny.
Okay, well, thank you, Ty. Another round of applause, another great video from Visions. Always a great way to kick off our annual dinner meeting. Well, good evening, everyone. Let me move the gavel here. We'll need that later. Good evening and welcome. My name is Stacy Duncan, President and CEO of the Greater Binghamton Chamber of Commerce and Executive Director of the agency, the Broome County IDA. Last year, the Chamber and the agency came together to form the Leadership Alliance, a dynamic collaboration that will elevate the voice of business and economic development in New York State. I am honored to have been selected to lead such an exciting effort and to stand before you tonight to celebrate our community. Ty, I'd like to thank you and Visions for your wholehearted commitment to the Chamber and our annual dinner and meeting. For the last 17 years, Visions has been a supporter, and particularly for this year's event, which is not only my first in this new role, but that had to be reimagined during our extraordinary times. Ty, would you please come up to the podium? And yes, we will keep 6 feet apart. Okay, so we know you usually travel a lot, and that's hard to do these days. But when you can travel again, we want you to be prepared. We have this cozy blanket inside that bag, I assume, that is 70 inches long and lightweight and very compact. And so you will never lose anything again on a trip. There is a Bluetooth-enabled tracker for your keys, your wallet, and your phone. And there's also a collapsible water bottle, Visions Orange, perfect to keep you hydrated. And lastly, we share a similar sweet tooth I recently discovered, especially for chocolate. So we have a nice assortment of chocolates there for you too. Thank you again, Ty, for your support. Big thank you to Sam A. Lupo and Sons. Because of their generous support, you are all enjoying red and white wines tonight from New York State, and some of you may even be enjoying a few from the comfort of your home. We are very grateful for our award presentation sponsors, Excellus Blue Cross Blue Shield and Security Mutual Life Insurance Company of New York and the Matthews Auto Group. Thank you all for your support. On behalf of the Chamber, I would like to thank our members, our board of directors, our committee chairs, our hundreds of volunteers for their tremendous support and contributions throughout this year. We are truly grateful for you. We do have some official chamber business to take care of first. We need to vote in the 2020-2021 Board of Directors. As stipulated by our bylaws, all chamber members present, and these include the ones watching us on Zoom, need to officially vote on the new slate of directors that were presented to the membership. For our virtual guests, a first time as well, you will be able to vote in favor or opposed via the Zoom poll that will be on your screen shortly. If you are present, would each of you stand as I call your names? The continuing directors for 2020 include Kevin Blake, JB Bump, Kathy Connerton, Dan Foley, Mike Fosbury, Ben Giordano, Jeff Lowe, there's Jeff, Carolyn Mancini, Rob Matthews, there's Rob, Peter Newman, Mike Pemberton, Jim Rian, John Sarah, Matt Siegel, Mary O'Malley Trumbull. The following board members are recommended for re-election to a 3-year term: Christina Boyd and Ty Muse. The nominating committee is pleased to recommend the following as new directors for a 3-year term: Jessica Renner, David Bonsick, and Jennifer D'Souza. The nominating committee is pleased to recommend the following to ex officio directors: Sheila Doyle and Kevin Drum. Now I need a motion from the floor to accept the 2020-2021 Board of Directors as slated. Do I hear a motion from the floor? Do I hear a second? Second. All those in favor, both here and via Zoom poll, say aye. All right. Motion carried. Thank you all to our Board of Directors for 2020-2021. Now, we have to do an introduction of the 2020-2021 officers for the Board of Directors. Chairman of the Board, Ty Muse, Visions Federal Credit Union. Chairman-elect, John Sarah, Hinman, Howard, and Cattell. Secretary, Mary O'Malley Trumbull, IBM Corporation. And Treasurer, Mike Fosbury, Columbian Financial Group. And Assistant Treasurer, Rob Matthews, Matthews Auto Group. And finally, immediate past chair, Peter Newman, M&T Bank. Per our bylaws, all Board of Directors are required to cast their votes for our officers. May I have a motion to accept the 2020-2021 slate of officers? Do I hear a motion from the floor? Do I hear a second? All in favor? Opposed? Motion carried. Congratulations to our newly elected 2020-2021 officers. We have 2 of our Board of Directors whose terms of service are complete. I would like to take a moment to extend heartfelt thanks to Joe Moravido and Jim Garceau for years of service and dedication to our chamber. Joe and Jim, would you please join me at the podium with your awards so that we can thank you. Right on the marker, yep. Okay. Okay. Jim? We are so very grateful to both of you for the time you have given to the Chamber. Joe, you are also our chairman from 2016 to 2018. And Jim, you have been a steadfast presence to our board and our community. Thank you so much to both of you. And though at your seats you have a year in review at your tables, we thought this year, since much of our presentation is virtual, we thought that we wanted to provide a moment to enjoy a look back at 2019. So enjoy our photo montage. Start the video. What a great look back at 2019. And had we only any idea what we were about to encounter in 2020, which brings me up to some thoughts on our outgoing chairman, Peter Newman. Peter, you have certainly had an interesting term as chairman of the board. You have risen to the challenges and you've faced them with grace, and we are grateful to you and your leadership and your guidance. As I have gotten to know you, especially in this last year, I consider you a mentor and a friend. Peter, would you please join me at the podium? I cannot thank you enough for your service to this Chamber of Commerce as chairman of our board. We have some gifts for you. We were told on very good authority that you have a favorite bottle of red wine. A bottle is in that bag. We also know that you enjoy Moxie Wood Fire Grill. So a gift card will be landing in your inbox very soon. And I recently learned that you've always wanted a special Rumble Ponies jersey. A Stud Muffins one, to be exact. So you have one of those as well. And you have a commemorative award at your place setting. There it is. I know you will wear it proudly. And you have a commemorative award at your place setting, which I hope will have a special place in your office. Thank you again for all of your service to the chamber.
Well, thank you very much. The stud muffin really was something. Always, yeah, secretly wanted to be a stud muffin. To a much smaller than anticipated group before me and a never anticipated live stream audience, I welcome you 98 days later than planned to the 2020 annual meeting of the Greater Binghamton Chamber of Commerce. We gather with most members sitting in their homes rather than at the DoubleTree, where we've consistently hosted over 500 people for the past several years, to celebrate our accomplishments and to give thanks for the collaborative spirit of our business community. The impact of this pandemic is severe and unbalanced, impacting some in our business community more than others. However, this health and subsequent economic disaster reveals the strength of our community and the strength of our chamber. Last year, I emphasized that our Chamber of Commerce is strong because our members are engaged and committed to overcoming challenges together. Little did I know the challenge we would face together in 2020. When I signed on as the chair of this board in May of 2018, we set a focus on 3 priorities. First, fostering a business-friendly environment. Second, confronting workforce development challenges. And third, education. When we met last year for the annual meeting, I reported that we'd made really good progress on these priorities, and we've continued to do so. But I shared that 2019 was shaping up to be a year of change. The most dramatic change for us in 2019 was our change in leadership. Thankfully, prior to the start of the COVID-19 health crisis and resulting economic disaster, we established a new leadership structure. In November, Stacy Duncan was selected as the president and CEO of the Chamber, signaling a long-awaited collaborative alignment between the Chamber and the agency. Our leadership team of Stacy Duncan, Amy Shaw, Judy Hess, and Tom Gray has affirmed that our creation of a leadership alliance with the agency was fortuitous. I could not ask for a better leadership team. So if 2018 was focused on a few priorities and 2019 was about change, perhaps we can all agree that 2020 should be about how quickly we get through it. No, this organization is not one to seek hibernation from a harsh winter. We will stand together, remain committed to each other, and continue to seek ways to make this business community better regardless of the economic, political, or health challenges confronting us. Every member has dealt with never imagined changing circumstances. While we still cannot foresee the outcome of this pandemic, we do know that we will continue to support our membership and broad business community to help overcome this hardship and identify opportunities. Over the past year, we continued to strengthen our advocacy efforts, focused on our educational and vocational programming, and offered impactful membership events. When we moved to a work from home environment, we were vigilant about connecting with members, offering support and connectivity. Together, we will get through this crisis, we will overcome challenges, and we will identify opportunities for success. I would like to thank all of our members for your support. I'd like to thank the Board of Directors for your commitment to this organization and for entrusting me to serve as your chairman for the past 2 years and 98 days. My final thank you goes to the staff. Thank you for your daily commitment to our members and to our community at whole. I've had a great opportunity to see how well you work together. I think in part because you genuinely care about each other. You care about our members, and you care about our broader community. I now turn the podium over to our new chairman, a gentleman who is well poised to lead us through the balance of 2020 and into 2021 and 2022. Among Ty's many talents and traits, his charisma, optimism, and ability to get things done bode very well for the Greater Binghamton Chamber of Commerce. Ty, the gavel is yours.
I can tell you, I just saw this being only a optimist as I am. If he gave me a bad toss, all you would remember is I did not catch it. And he knew that too, so he made sure it was a good toss. And he really has done that throughout this whole transition. It's hard to believe, but when we started to realize that we weren't going to be able to have our meeting, I know how hard his job was and my job was, and we were both kind of digging into PPP, and being honest with you, M&T has always been on the commercial lending side and SBA lending side. You know, I've always sent people their way. And I just said, I know you're really busy. Would you like me to start taking on some of these responsibilities while you're getting the head start there while we're still trying to figure out the SBA lending? He's like, no, Ty, I'll take it. I can carry the load. I don't know if he knew it'd be 98 days later, but he knew it wasn't going to be immediate, and he was up for the challenge. For myself, I moved here 7 years ago, and for our staff, we were just talking about the other day, it's hard to believe. It's been 7 years now. I've seen nothing but the resiliency of this community. I've seen nothing but positive outcomes. I do believe that through most things of adversity, you usually come out better and stronger. This too will pass. I mean, we just have to be prepared, and we have to work together. I feel very confident in the staff we have and the leadership we have in regards to the chamber. This vision of merging what seems like a no-brainer now, I can tell you when we first had these discussions as a board, it took some hard work, and it took some sacrifice, and it took having the right person available at the time to do it. And with that said, I started thinking about some of the people that helped us get here, and I just want to briefly mention individuals like Terry Kane. He was on both committees and boards, and he had this vision, and he worked tirelessly. Joe Marabito and Terry Wood, who knew it was change, and we still saw the opportunity, even though we're already invested in it. And quite honestly, Peter and the leadership team that's there today, as well as then having the fortuitous ability of having Kevin Drum have the location. It almost started as simple as, if we can just get them in the same building, we can do this. And he had that vision as well. So with that said, we're in really capable hands, and they're not just my big hands. You know, with Stacy, Amy, Judy, this is a team that I'm so excited. And then not to forget all the other people that made this happen, Deb, the creativity of throwing this together when we were trying to find a solution. So I'm really excited. And I'll just throw out one more bit of a little history. So they say this happens, these pandemics happen about every 100 years. But what you may not know is right after they happen, some really good stuff usually happens because they have to become creative. So a lot of you know the sewage system. Not that we want to brag about the best sewage system in the world, but that came from going through one of the pandemics. I can't wait to see what we come up with next. Hopefully something much better than moving along, another 4-letter word. But I'm really excited for this opportunity, and that's just my thank you. Thank you for the opportunity. I look forward to carrying this gavel for the next 2 years to someone who'll be even better than I am. So thank you very much.
Find my spot. Ty, I look forward to working with you. Where'd you go? There you are. I look forward to working with you as chairman. And Ty and I had the opportunity to get together for lunch just recently. And, you know, I've known him to be a community champion for years since he's arrived here. But, you know, I know all of that comes from a tremendous heart. And I look forward to seeing what we can do in the next 2 years. So congratulations to you. During the course of these unprecedented last few months, chamber members have stepped up to help their community in so many ways. We wanted to take a few minutes to acknowledge some of them through a very special video entitled "A Salute to Our Community," and to say thank you to all of you reaching out in creative ways. As Ty mentioned, creativity will help us come out of this. But you've helped out creative ways to those in need and to reaffirm our belief in the kindness and the spirit of generosity of our Greater Binghamton. So we have a salute to the community video. And I think those may have just been a fraction of the amount of pictures and things that came in when we requested good news for this video. So a tremendous amount of support. So now we are at our awards presentation. So it's my pleasure to introduce John Sarah.
Stacy, thank you. First, I just want to reiterate what Ty said about this chamber staff. What a job they've done throughout the last 6 months with everything that's been going on, but tonight especially, and especially Debbie Evans. I mean, Debbie has been stressing about this event since March 19th when everything just fell apart. And I talked to her in early April and we talked about canceling in May. And I said, what are we going to do? And she's like, we're going to reschedule for August 20th. I said, Debbie, by August 20th, you'll be able to get 600 people inside the DoubleTree. No problem. I mean, what are we stressing about? And obviously I was wrong, but this worked out great. And thank you for all your hard work that you did to put this together. So I'm John Sarah, co-chair of the Recognition and Awards Committee, and I'd like to thank the committee for their hard work in making the selections for these awards. This year, we especially had an outstanding field of nominations. Each year, we recognize individuals for their accomplishments in the areas of business and community leadership. Once again, the award winner videos were produced by Ed Evans, instructor of mass communications, journalism, and public relations at SUNY Broome, and his very talented student, Allie Bumgart. Thank you very much. The first award this evening will be presented by Jessica Renner, Regional President, Southern Tier Excellus, Blue Cross Blue Shield. Jessica could not be with us here in person tonight, but we are grateful that she was able to record her introduction.
Thank you, John. Good evening, everyone. Although I cannot be there in person tonight, Excellus continues to be a proud partner of the businesses in our community and the Greater Binghamton Chamber to be able to improve the lives of all of those in our areas. I am honored this evening to introduce the 2020 Entrepreneur of the Year, Mark Yanati, of Yanati Development and Greater Binghamton Development. Mark is a Binghamton native through and through and started working in the family health station on State Street at a very young age. Mark always loved downtown Binghamton and he knew he wanted to make a difference somehow. He began purchasing properties in the downtown business district and renovating them. His many projects include the historical press building, the Lackawanna train station, social on-street restaurant, and the upscale loft apartments above, as well as craft bar and kitchen. He transformed the vacant sheltered workshop into a state-of-the-art outpatient clinic for veterans due to Mark's own vision. Not only is Mark busy with renovations and revitalizing downtown buildings, but he is dedicated to giving back to the community. He serves as a mentor for Launchpad, a business plan competition for high school students, and he is a Patriot Ambassador. Acting as a sounding board for ideas and initiatives for the Binghamton City School District. Binghamton Mayor Rich David says of Mark, he never let the negativity of others stop him from taking risks and working towards his vision for both his business and the community. Let's listen to Mark in this video.
Hello, my name is Mark Yanati from MB Yanati Development, your 2020 Entrepreneur of the Year. Born and raised in Binghamton, New York, my entire life, really found my true passion in real estate and real estate development. Well, my primary focus has always been in the downtown district, probably had a premature vision at the time. I've always had an interest in looking through like Architectural Digest magazines and looking in other areas in the country or in the world, how people have repurposed some of these buildings. It's without a labor of love, taking buildings that were constructed 100 years ago, maybe more, with technology that didn't exist 100 years ago. So it's a little bit more challenging than building something from the ground up. I've gotten really satisfaction from most of my projects the former sheltered workshop on 203 Court Street, which we converted into and developed into a veterans outpatient clinic. So that's a very meaningful project for our veterans, the renovation and restoration of the Lackawanna train station at 45 Lewis Street. Rather than working at home, I was looking for another office building to buy, and I'd always liked this train station, and it happened to have been for sale. I just put my vision on paper and pursued it. Great home for small business startups. It's given tenants the ability, or new companies the ability to grow at an affordable cost, which I'd like to say that I think most of the tenants in the building have grown their companies. I continue to say that we live in an area that is really a very, it's a hidden gem. I think that you have to show our area and outside the area that we are no less than some of these bigger cities. There's a lot of reasons to stay in our community and to move into our community. So it's on all of our best interest to show the positive energy in the area. It's a joint effort. We rely on the chamber to help market us and market the events and support the events that we have locally in order to attract other businesses and other people coming back to this area. I am Mark Yanati. Thank you for the honor of being your 2020 Entrepreneur of the Year.
Mark, congratulations. You have your award. Why don't you grab your award and your mask and meet me over here for a picture?
Good evening, everyone. I'm Dan Foley. I'm Senior Vice President of Marketing at Security Mutual Life Insurance Company of New York. And I am honored tonight to be here to present the 2020 Small Business Person of the Year Award to Patrick Dickerson, Mountaintop Clam Bakes. Mountaintop Clam Bakes is a family-owned catering business which Patrick and his wife, Sarah, purchased from Patrick's parents in 2015. They provide the total clam bake experience for their guests and even have an on-site complimentary wedding planner to help brides. They have 2 locations and a food truck, which has served them well as they navigate this challenging business climate. Staffing has grown from 25 employees in 2014 to 70 employees in 2019. They consider their staff their most important asset and offer a simple IRA to any existing or new staff. Sales have grown a total of 49% from 2015 to 2019, 49%. To increase the freshness of their food and decrease costs, they buy direct from the processors or harvesters, thus passing the savings on to their customers. Patrick and Sarah are dedicated to their community. The list of fundraisers they organize and donations they make is extensive and include the American Cancer Society, the Humane Society, the Disabled American Vets, Mom's House, and Southern Tier AIDS Program, to name just a few. Jeff Shapiro, president of Cleaner Supply, summed it up very nicely when he said, "Pat exemplifies how working hard, being innovative, and genuinely understanding what customer service is about are the essential components for any small business to grow. His interaction with his employees is something to be commended." Let's hear from Patrick himself.
Hello, I'm Pat Dickerson, president of Mountaintop Clam Bakes Catering, your 2020 Small Business Person of the Year. So Mountaintop Clam Bakes started with Mountaintop Grove in 1929, and it was a catering business, on-site clam bakes. There's been 2 or 3 owners. My parents were the 3rd owner now. My wife and I own it now for the 6 years. So that's the Mountaintop Grove location. Mountaintop View has been here for 15 years. In the last 2 years, my wife and I bought a food truck for Mountaintop also. With our volume increasing, we're able to go directly to a lot of the producers instead of the distributors. Different sources for our steaks, our shrimp, our clams, really helping save with the costs and everything. Last year was the first year we had the food truck. Sometimes we'd be on the road to serve 150, 200 people with that. Then at our Grove location, we might have a corporate function for 600 people in the evening. And then at our View location, we'd have a wedding for 200 people all in the same day. Working this year in particular with the pandemic, a lot of our events were planned a year ago, 2 years ago, weddings, corporate events, union meetings. This year, we might have one clam bake at the Grove location for 150 people in the middle of July, middle of August in our peak season. Going back, nobody could expect something like this. Refilling our calendar with events that push back later in the year or canceled in general, and then trying to fill in dates with new events. It's been unprecedented for us. We've taken the precautions. We're doing a lot more open clam bakes where it's smaller groups of people. The first year we bought the business, we joined the chamber, I believe that fall of 2015. So this will be our 6th year now. Part of it is just connections with other local business owners, other local executives, giving us an opportunity and a platform to introduce ourselves. There's been conversations that I've had with people of an issue that I've been racking my brain over for weeks, nights, just can't find a solution. I talked to one person at a meeting or at a luncheon, and they're like, oh yeah, we did this last year, call this person, go through this, and just the resources and the knowledge is hands down well worth it. I'm Pat Dickerson of Mountaintop Clam Bakes. Thank you for honoring me as your 2020 Small Business Person of the Year.
With your award, and congratulations again on being selected as the 2020 Small Business Person of the Year.
Okay, so I get the pleasure of presenting the Chamber Volunteer of the Year Award. And the Chamber has always been very incredibly fortunate to have members who give so much of their time and their talents above and beyond their normal day jobs. Tonight, it's my honor and pleasure to present the 2020 Distinguished Chamber Volunteer of the Year Award to my friend Tim Strong. Tim is the Community Development Manager for Visions Federal Credit Union. In his role at Visions, Tim oversees philanthropic giving, sponsorship and grant programs for the credit union. He manages and promotes employee volunteerism and supports political advocacy efforts. There could not be a more perfect role for Tim. He embodies the true spirit of volunteering, and he has served on the board of the Greater Binghamton Education Outreach Program, or GBOP, since 2014, and has been the president since 2017. Under Tim's guidance, GBOP has transformed to an increased role in workforce development in our region. Tim serves on the Chamber's Board of Directors as a non-voting member representative for GBOP. We can't talk about Tim's involvement without talking about the Young Professional Alliance and the YP Summit. In late 2016, the Chamber embarked on a new path to include our area's young professionals more integrated into the Chamber. The YP Alliance was created as a new strategic partnership with area young professional groups. Tim stepped up as the chairman of this new group for 2 years, helping to shape its mission, and this partnership would not have been a success if it was not for Tim's guidance and leadership. Concurrent to the formation of the Alliance, a new event was created, and in 2017, the first Y Peace Summit was held. Again, Tim was there, leading and offering invaluable advice to make this first-time event a success. And it was a success and continues to be as we prepare for the 2020 virtual Y Peace Summit, with Tim's continued help and his innovative ideas during this challenging year. Tim, there is so much more you do for the Chamber. You are there to help whenever we ask. You give of your time freely and generously, and we are incredibly grateful. So let's hear from Tim himself.
Hello, I'm Tim Strong, Community Development Manager at Visions Federal Credit Union, your 2020 Distinguished Chamber Volunteer of the Year. So I was born and raised in Johnson City, New York. I went to Lemoyne College for school and I graduated in 2005. I worked for another credit union for a little while after graduation before moving up to the Albany area and eventually relocating back here to the Binghamton area. And shortly after doing that, I got a job with Visions Credit Union where I've been for the last 9 years. In 2011, I went through the Broome Leadership Institute class, and that did expose me to a lot of the opportunities that existed in our community. That Broome Leadership Institute is a program of the Greater Binghamton Chamber of Commerce, so it really put me deep into that community and the organization and really showed me a lot of the opportunities that existed. So I'm a volunteer on the Greater Binghamton Education Outreach Program, which is GBOP. I was a founding member of the YP Alliance, Young Professional Alliance that they have there. I'm also a member of the Government Affairs Committee, and I do get to attend the board meetings each month as well, the Chamber board meetings as a member of GBOP. So I really do believe that the Chamber is the voice of business locally. So if you are a business owner or even you work for a business locally, I think the Chamber is your voice. It's your voice in the community. It's your voice to the elected officials. Being membership-based is only as strong as its members. So I think the Chamber does an amazing job today, and it can only stand to get better with more people involved. The role of the Chamber, in my opinion, has never been greater than it is right now during the pandemic. I think they're looking out for local businesses and really have their own best interests at heart. The Chamber has been an asset and a great resource to anybody wanting to reach out there to get information and providing help back. And I think they do a really fantastic job of that. I also think the Chamber gives anybody interested an opportunity to get involved and really make a difference. I think that's one of the things that I love most about our community isn't its size. Somebody like myself can just say, you know, one day, you know what, I want to get involved. I want to volunteer and I want to do something to make a change. And I think through groups like the Chamber, especially the Chamber, they really embrace that opportunity and giving somebody who has the willingness a platform to do that. So I would encourage anybody to get out, attend an event, talk to me, reach out to me, please. I can tell you about the different opportunities that exist there and how you can give back and how you can get back from it too. I'm Tim Strong. Thank you for honoring me as your 2020 Distinguished Chamber Volunteer of the Year.
Would you please join me at the podium for a picture? Congratulations on being our 2020 Distinguished Volunteer of the Year.
Good evening. My voice just sounds very loud. Sorry about that. First, I want to say congratulations to the award winners so far. I know Tim, I know Patrick. I don't know Mark, but very well deserved. I'm very proud of this community as well, lifelong resident here. So thank you all for the contributions and congratulations. Second, I'd like to say thank you to Peter for your leadership. I've learned quite a bit over the past 2 years being part of the executive committee. So thank you very much. And Ty, There's no words. I do want to say though, am I the only one who likes KCFU? I mean, I loved it. I was trying to convince Dan, maybe he, maybe the two of us, but. Anyway, good evening. My name is Mary O'Malley Trumbull. I am the Senior Location Executive at IBM Endicott, and I am delighted to be presenting the 2020 Civic Leader of the Year Award to Anthony Panicia. Applause. Anthony is President and CEO of Delta Engineers, Architects, and Land Surveyors, working his way up from engineer upon his return from working in the Silicon Valley. He was born and raised in Endicott and has a strong sense of community and what it means to belong to that community. The organizations and projects he's involved with exemplify that commitment and passion. He's currently board president of Speedy Fest, which he's been involved with for several years. And as you know, that festival brings over 100,000 attendees with over $1 million being given to the Broome County organization and causes. He served as trustee of the BCC board for 5 years and is a foundation member for over 10 years. Anthony established Delta Engineering Scholarship Foundation to help students pursue their dream of a higher education. Anthony helped develop and start Mercy House in Endicott, which is a beautiful community care shelter for the terminally ill. He served on their board for 6 years, and he's an ex officio board member chairing the strategic committee. The best way to get a true sense of Anthony as civic leader is through those who knew him well, or know him well, I should say. Know him well, not new. I have to apologize. One of my contacts fell out on the way, so I'm a little blurry. Dr. James Turzon says, our area is very fortunate to have dedicated individuals like Anthony as one of our shining stars and would be much better off with more people like him. So let's listen to Anthony.
Hello, I'm Anthony Panicia, President and CEO of Delta Engineers, Architects, and Surveyors. I'm proud to be your 2020 Civic Leader of the Year. I was born and raised in Endicott, New York. I went to SUNY Broome, received a degree in engineering science, and then went to Clarkson University. I had the opportunity to go to Silicon Valley. Although I received a lot of accolades while being in California, and it's great to say you worked in Silicon Valley, the things I valued most, family, friends, and sense of community, I didn't have that in California, so it was an easy decision for me to move back to New York. At the time I moved back from California, Delta was really known as a civil engineering firm with a small mechanical electrical group. We had the opportunity that I saw to grow into different market sectors. We added architecture, we added land surveying, we added environmental. And as the company started adding those market sectors, we ended up growing from 35 people to 150, and we also opened several different offices. Since then, I've worked my way from being an engineer to a project manager to vice president to president. Some of the most notable projects, we did the agency building at the Broome Community College, SUNY dorms. We also were responsible for the Visions Addition. Bridge projects. Probably the most notable and most recent was the Country Club by bridge right near Dunkin' Donuts. God's blessed me with a lot of things in life. And I think for myself, it's important to give back your time, talent, and treasure. I had the opportunity to be on the ground floor of Mercy House. Mercy House is a home for those who have a terminal illness. We want them to be accepted with the unconditional love of God as they pass over. Everybody always would say, hey, Anthony, you're involved in everything. And I try to encourage people to say, you know, Delta's not about Anthony, it's about the 150 employees who work here. Several of our employees went through the Business Leadership Institute provided by the Chamber. And because of that, are better employees for Delta, whether it's a breakfast, the BLI, whether it's the GBOT program, whether it's workforce development. We try to get our staff involved as much as possible. If I can assist the Chamber in helping achieve their objectives, it also helps Delta and myself in return. I'm Anthony Panicia. I want to thank you for honoring me as your 2020 Civic Leader of the Year. I'm truly humbled and honored.
Anthony knows the cues better than I do, so thank you for joining me. It gives me great pleasure to congratulate you on the award for 2020 Civic Leader of the Year. Congratulations.
Probably had enough of me. Oddly enough, I was laughing. When you start taking the inventory of the list, like literally two of my closest friends that I hang out with the most, with Mark and Anthony, my kind of little brother, he looks just like me, Tim Strong. So Patrick, you need to hang out with me a little bit more, is what I've just realized, that you seem to be the oddball out. But at least I've met you and hung out with you, at least on your facility. So thank you very much. And now I get the privilege of introducing you and giving an award to two special women also in my life that I do volunteer work for, and I'm super excited to provide this award. So this has been and continues to be, the word here is extraordinary. I'm not going to use the same word, but it's been something, right, of a year. From the onset of the pandemic, two local agencies led by two extraordinary women went above and beyond to help our community. Diane Brown is the Executive Director of the Community Foundation for the South Central New York, and Lorianne Welch is the Executive Director of the United Way of Broome County. I've been fortunate enough to work with both of these women. One, since I remember Peter, again, gave me his job again as he was leaving the foundation board. And as I was lucky enough to be the campaign chair for the United Way of Broome County. For this reason, the Chamber decided to honor these women with a very special award, the Community Champions Award. This award serves to recognize and acknowledge the hard work and innovation and commitment of Diane and Lori through the difficult and unprecedented times. One shining example of Diane's efforts was the formation of a foundation so nonprofits could apply for much needed financial aid and relief. As we know, they're all suffering and there wasn't a specific area for them to go to. Together with Lori and the United Way of Broome County and other foundations, the Broome County Funders Alliance COVID-19 Relief Fund was established. Lori and her team at United Way have been nonstop, to take it right from the Hamilton line, right? As we all have been singing Hamilton over and over since they released their video, with offering help and connecting volunteers with area food organizations to pack up and deliver separately needed boxes of food. Diane and Lori, we cannot thank you enough for your efforts and continued efforts in helping our community during this crisis. Unfortunately, Diane could not be with us tonight, but we have a lovely photo of her with her award. Do we have that? Look at that. It is lovely. Let's give her a big round of applause first. And I was fortunate enough through Zoom to celebrate that with her yesterday as well. And Lori, could you please, I think you're over there, come up and join us on the podium, right in that little X marks the spots with your award. With our heartfelt thanks to you and the United Way of Broome, I congratulate you on your 2020 Champion Award. Again, thank you. Big round of applause. Let's take your picture.
I think I'm okay without these. Okay, in July of 2019, we launched a very special awards event to celebrate the young professionals in our area called HYPE. Over 100 nominations were received for 15 separate categories. The 2020 HYPE Awards will take place in December of this year, and we will be seeking nominations soon. But tonight, we have a recap of those award winners from this 2019 event. Our heartfelt thanks goes to Jocelyn Bailey with IdeaCraft for creating this wonderful video. Congratulations to all of our HYPE Award winners. Love that. The future of our community. That's fantastic to see. So please, we'll get information out on how to nominate the next Hype Award winners. So for many years, what had become a timeless tradition for this event was a performance from the Live Wires. But this year, being an extraordinary year, we asked a few of them that were able to join us, to create a special video to bring back the Live Wire traditions. So as we close, we wanted to show you this special video. My thanks to a small ensemble of the Live Wire crew.
Well, we all have a mask that we wear when we're in Walmart, and we take them off when we get to our car or to our truck. Some are cotton, some are paper, some are really respirators. But if you refuse to wear one, well, you might just be a schmuck. Well, we're 6 feet apart to avoid the COVID dangers. We don't need no Seinfeld close talkers infringing on our space. We could die from the droplets of infected coughing strangers. Keep your distance, and for God's sake, keep your fingers off your face. Don't be afraid to wash your hands. Everyone gets germs every now and then. Use Isoap and then Purell. You should know by now. Please protect yourself. You've been living in a house with your spouse and several children. The internet is down and there's nothing on TV. They are getting on your nerves and you're driving them all crazy. But it's better than a ventilator bed at NIV. You may never understand all the stuff that Dr. Fauci keeps on saying, which the people down in Florida ignore. We won't get no help from Congress or the folks at the CDC. And the president still thinks that drinking Clorox is a cure. Don't be a jerk, put on the mask. It's just common sense. Don't wait to be asked. Quit whining, think of someone else. COVID-19's bad. Please protect yourself. Yes, we all have a mask Everywhere when we're in Wegmans or before we're seated outside at our favorite cafe. It isn't about politics and it's not about elections. It's about protecting everyone till the virus goes away.
All right. This public service announcement brought to you by the Live Wires. Wear your masks. So that concludes our evening. I want to thank everyone for being part of our special edition, virtual or hybrid 2020 annual dinner. Thank you again to Ty Muse and Visions Federal Credit Union, Sam A. Lupo and Sons, Excelis Blue Cross Blue Shield, Matthews Auto Group, and Security Mutual Life Insurance Company for your support. Good night, everyone. Stay safe and wear your mask. Have a good night.